Hi everyone, welcome to Eden Secret. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different for my soaps. I'm going to be doing one technique within the soap that I don't think I've ever done before, not in this way. But before we proceed with the video, I've got some winner announcements to make, and that's from the giveaways for the videos. If you've just started watching Eden Secret or you've missed the videos for the past couple of months, you might not know that every single video where I'm actually making a product in the video, I'm going to give one away, and all you have to do is subscribe, like and comment on the video. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, everyone is eligible to win a soap. I'll pay the shipping as well, so you get a free soap, free shipping, and it was John's idea to do this and everybody thought it was a fantastic idea. So the very first video that we did this on was for the yellow cupcakes, which is this one. The title of the video was, "Could these be the prettiest cupcakes I've ever done?" And the winner for this video, I have let her know, but I don't think she's seen the message yet, is Summerland Tanya, and Summerland Tanya is in Canada. So congratulations, Tanya. I'm presuming your name's Tanya. You are the winner for the first soap. The second one that we did was the fireside soap. This was a video title most requested video this month. So the winner of this one is Hapted. Hapted, you absolutely deserve a free piece of soap from me. You've supported me for a long time. And again, just because Hapted has been supporting me for a long time, that's not actually why she won. I just really enjoyed the comment that she placed. There will be winners that I've never heard of. And so congratulations, Hapted, that's yours. The next one is Eve HSE. I don't know where you are from, Eve. And it's the Cherry Blossom Soap Design video. Smells of lychee and peony, and I just really enjoyed your comment. It was funny, and that's what I liked about it. So I will be letting you know, just check your community page. I haven't actually put down that you've won yet, but by the time this video was up, I will have notified you. All of the winners, all you need to do is get in touch with me through the website. The link is in the description box below any video. Just choose the recent ones though, because my really old videos, I think they've still got my old website. I need to go through them, but there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. So congratulations, Eve HSE, you are the winner of the Cherry Blossom soap. So what we're going to be doing is when I do a video and it's a giveaway, I'm going to choose a winner after 2 weeks, because a month just seems too long to wait to choose a winner. People probably forgotten about it by then, so that's what we're going to do. So again, I will announce these winners in a video, because that's what I promised I would do. So I'm thinking that's probably why the winners that I've already notified haven't been in touch. Anyway, that's that. So let's continue on with our Daisy soap. As you can see behind, we've already got some daisies made, but there are other things I want to do, and I will pipe some daisies for you to see. I've got the reason I'm making a Daisy soap is because I got, again from Soap Supplier, I got Daisy fragrance, as you can see there. I love the tins from Soap Supplier. They're really, really nice. Nice and strong, and they're not plastic. I'm not saying I'm against plastic or anything like that. Let's not go too crazy. But nice to see that some suppliers are not using plastic. Again, I can't say anything because I have got loads of plastic containers and plastic wrappers and things like that for my soaps. So I do want to try and phase plastic wrapping out, but I've got that much. I really feel like I need to use it up first because, you know, I don't like wasting stuff either. Again, I'm not crazy on not wasting stuff. I mean, heck, I waste a lot of food buying too much, and then it goes off and it goes in the bin. So anyway, that's another story. So what we've got here, oh, I'm told that this fragrance is very, very similar to the perfume that's called Daisy. I don't know because I haven't smelt it, but I do love that Daisy bottle. So we're just mixing some of that off, and what I want to do is just separate some of that. And I've got some Buttercup yellow. I know it looks gold, but it is absolutely beautiful. Buttercup yellow mica from Mica Mama. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, this colour. I've bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 new colours from Mica Mama. And yeah, 10. Probably 10. So I will be showing you those over the course of, you know, the next so many videos. So we're just going to pop in some of this beautiful mica. If you pipe in flowers, I really think it's best not to put any fragrance in, because if it's a fragrance that moves at any speed, you're going to come to a point where the soap just won't pipe. Again, it's possible that will happen with even without fragrance. But you've a lot less chance of it seizing and ending up wasting it if you don't put any fragrance in. So I've learned the harder way not to put the fragrance in. So we'll just mix that in. You'll see what a beautiful yellow colour this goes. You see that? It's gorgeous. I mean, it is like a goldy yellow, but it's really special. Right, so I'll just rinse that off. And then back to the jug, we're going to pop in some titanium dioxide. I got these fabulous jugs from Home Bargains. Absolutely love that shop. It's so cheap, and you can always find good things for soap making in there. So because the daisies, I want them to be very white, so we're using quite a lot. Probably a teaspoonful and a half of titanium dioxide mixed in water. just going to leave that to thicken up as usual, and every now and again you just want to give it a stir like this to make sure it's evenly distributed all the way throughout the soap. What I mean by that is there's no hard bits getting mixed into soft bits, because then it'll be really difficult to pipe. Piping tools, we're going to need a piping pin, we'll need one of these, which I don't think has a number on it, but you've seen this piping tool before, and that's just to put the nice little spikes in the centre of the soaps. I know this isn't a daisy, but it does that. I was thinking that I would do some peonies with this piping nozzle, and this is 121 from I think it's JEM. Yeah, JEM. I bought quite a few new piping nozzles from JEM, and they're nice and strong. They're really good quality. Excellent quality actually. Now the other one that we need is 104. I don't know why I don't have it to hand. Maybe it's been washed and I must have put it back in here. Let's have a look, see if we can find it. Yeah, that's it. JEM 104, and this is what we're going to pipe our daisy with. I do have 103 as well. Now at first, yesterday when I started practicing, I used 104 and I thought, oh, that's too big. Then I used the 103 and I thought, no, too small. So we're going back to the the 104 today. Right, there we go. So make sure I leave the ones out that I need. If you don't have one of these, you can also use a very fine dot. That would be useful as well. I don't know why I'm leaving the video running while I'm doing this, but some people might want to see some of the nozzles that I've got. So whilst I was talking about plastic and moving away from plastic, just before, I ordered some, because I've never used, I have tried plastic piping bags before, but it was a long time ago, and I love the PME piping bags, but it's like I like the idea, but I don't like the idea of after using the bag you just throw it away, and that's totally against the grain of what we're all supposed to be trying to do here. But I bought them anyway, and so we're going to try them. They're weird, these. They have like a non-stick outer on here, so it feels rough and strange. But they did work very well. So they are Key Dash Seal Ultra. Yeah, so if you want to try some of those, you can. These are the 18-inch They're a little bit too big. I usually use 16-inch piping bags, but I got these at 18 because I thought I'll just cut them down anyway. Right, so as soon as we're ready to pipe, we'll be doing that. So I'm just going to show you how to make the squares for the to pipe onto. So just take your greaseproof paper. It's a little bit slippy, this paper. I wish I'd had something that's not quite as slippy, because when I was piping the large roses, not that we're doing roses for this soap, we're just doing daisies, but when I was piping the large roses, it was slipping quite a lot. I don't need to make loads, so just get your greaseproof paper all together and tap it down like that, and then just cut it into squares. And then with the squares, take the square, fold it in half, put a crease down the middle, and then open it up and do it the other way on. Now I did get this tip off a video for piping buttercream daisies. So you'll see why in a minute. So we'll just do a few of those. And then that's it, just do them all like that. We're ready to start piping, but before we do, what we're going to do is we're going to fold, if I didn't already show you this, we're going to fold the greaseproof paper in half, open it up, and then fold it in half again, so you end up with a cross in the centre. I've done this with all of the squares that I've already done, and then you take your piping pin, pipe a bit of soap mixture on there, press it into the centre and put your cross right in the centre. And then they usually do it with the narrow end to the outside of the pin, but I actually prefer doing it the other way with the thick end to the outside of the pin. So what we're going to do is we're going to gently press, then pull, gently press, then pull, so that we've got 3 daisy leaves in that quarter, you see, and then do the same on the next quarter. And the next quarter, and the next quarter. Now you see we have got gaps, so what we're going to do is we're going to do exactly the same in between, but we're not going to put the point out as far as the others. Like there, I would start there for them, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pull it in a little bit, just so we've got a lovely double layer of daisy leaves. And then we want a hole in the centre to pipe some beautiful Buttercup yellow soap. to give us our centre for the daisies. So we'll do another one. Just give the end of your nozzle a wipe so it's clean, ready to start your second flower. So squeeze, pull, squeeze, pull, squeeze, pull, squeeze, pull. And I'm actually pushing the soap down with the nozzle rather than pulling it out like that. I'm not doing that. And that flattens the petal out. And now for our second row. So each one has 12 leaves on the bottom and 12 on the top. Just take that off and lay it down on the table. We'll do one more. Okay, so now I've piped quite a few, I feel like I've got the technique down. If you're wondering what the noise is, I've got a fan on because it's warmed up again. It's like just squeezing a blob and then pushing it down with the nozzle. Just makes it look more like a petal. Actually, I'll just switch the fan off because it's blowing the paper. I can always put it back on after we've finished. I mean, even like that it looks quite cute. Probably cuter, but it's very thin. So I want it to have some substance to it. And that's why I'm piping a second layer on. They say practice makes perfect. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I was terrified to try piping flowers, but now I've had a go, I'm definitely getting better at it, and it's something you can sit down and do. I'm not sitting down at the moment, but so the reason I want it to be a bit thicker is because I don't want them to break when I pick them up. just want to keep going until I get every last little bit out of here. You don't actually need a lot to make quite a lot of flowers. Not these flowers anyway. One more and then I think that'll do. Okay, so this part of the video, you want to take your soap mould, your log, and because I want embeds to run all the way through the loaf, so take a pencil and just mark at one end and at the other end, and that will give you the length. Obviously you want to do the inside measurement, not the outside. So all that's there for is to measure. Take your piping bag and your piping nozzle, and this is Sweetly Does It 8CS. It's got 9 points to the star. Just pop that in your piping bag, and then you want to make sure your soap is as thick and stiff as you dare go for this embed. So it's very, very stiff and very thick, If only that was cream. And just pop it in your piping bag. And just do this to get it all the way down. And then do exactly the same. There might not be enough soap here, but I have made some more. But I don't need to show you. I want 8 of these. So all we're doing is we just squeeze it down as far as you can, and then lie your piping bag onto the counter and just pull it in a straight line until you get to the other end. And then we're going to do that as many times as we can. I don't know if this has ever been done before. I was going to pipe it straight into the mould, but I thought it might be better to pre-make these. And that's actually going to give us a daisy as an embed in the mould. So literally we're just going to get 4 out of this, I mean. I've got my piping bag on the, I'm touching the cling film with my piping bag, so I've got 4 out. I do still have some left, so I'm going to add it to the other soap base that I've already, oh great, you know, these accidents, honestly, they happen. A lot to me. And I'm just going to squeeze what I've got left into there because I don't want to waste it. Now when I checked before, this soap batter was a little bit thinner than the one, yeah, it still is. See, it's not as stiff as the other batch I made there. So just give it a good mix in so that it's evenly distributed and there are no lumps in there. You can squeeze it against the side of the container to squeeze any lumps out. When I say lumps, it's the lumps of the batter that I've just squeezed in, because that's obviously thicker. Right, and I'm just going to let that thicken up, and I'll pipe some more of these stars. Well, daisies they are, but I won't show that in a video because I've literally just shown you how to do it. Right, now it's time for the inners, the centres of the daisies. So I've got some soap mixed up here, and it looks like gold, but this is Buttercup Yellow from Mica Mama. It is absolutely gorgeous. This is 100 grams. But you can see that's full up to there, and then I have this much in a tub because all of that wouldn't fit into a 250ml tub, because they sell mica by weight. They sell fragrance by weight. Everything gets sold by weight usually. So yeah, 100 grams in volume is actually more than 250 grams. Yeah, the size, you know what I mean, you know what I'm talking about. So I absolutely love this colour. I'm just going to pop probably a teaspoonful. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful, that one. I'm really, really happy with that. So there we go. And again, as usual, we'll just wait for that to thicken up, and then we'll pipe our centres. And we're going to use this tip. So I think it's the one that you would pipe grass with. Don't think it has a number or anything, but you know, it's like actually make a good thimble, that. Right, okay. Okay, so we're just going to start piping those centres. I think the soap's a bit too thick. No, it's actually alright. No, no good. So for the centre of the daisies, we're using, I think it's called like a grass tip. I did try piping some before, but the yellow got far too stiff. So I made up another batch, which is literally all I've got in this piping bag. And so we're just going to pipe those centres. That's so much easier. I'll just show you what they look like close up. Kind of cute. To get the desired effect, you haven't got to go in too close with the nozzle. Just keep it maybe 2 millimeters off the daisy. I've got one there tucked away. So see if I can show you what I mean. Just make sure there's a gap. That's it, works perfectly. I only know that because I've tried doing a few that didn't work. But it's working perfectly this time. Hallelujah! It's just going to be so pretty, the top of this soap. Just so pretty. That'll make a lovely photo, won't it? Right, now let's go on to the next step. We're ready for the next step. So the next step is going to be pouring some Buttercup yellow soap. And so I'm using, again, the Buttercup Yellow Mica from Mica Mama. And yeah, it looks very, very gold, but it is a beautiful Buttercup Yellow. And the fragrance we're using today is Daisy from Soap Supplier. It's really, really beautiful fragrance. And I'm told, and if you read the reviews actually about this fragrance on there, apparently it's very, very similar to the real thing. So I'm going to put my colour in first, and I'm going to put a huge heaped teaspoonful in there first. Let's see how that colours up. Yeah, that's definitely enough, so we'll pop the lid back on. And we'll also pop some fragrance in there. It smells like rich ladies. When I was a kid, and you know, I went out shopping around the shops, like clothes shopping and stuff like that. The posh ladies always had like a certain smell, and they were always very well dressed. And I'm probably not talking really, really rich people, but they did smell beautiful, and this smell, if I haven't already said so, just reminds me of that. So I'm going to pour half into one and half into the other. And I'm going to let that set up a little bit, and then I'm going to place the embeds in there. So we'll just give that a minute or two. Okay, so we're at the step where we're about to put in the embeds. I'm just pushing them down because we're going to have, I don't want them side by side, I want them at different levels. Actually, I might just push that one right to the side. And then do the same on the other side. If you've got a split, it doesn't matter. Right, so now we're going to mix up some more soap to pour on the top. Just exactly the same as what we did before. A huge heaped teaspoonful. About 35 mils of fragrance, because I've put a lot of soap butter in there. And then just pour that in. Sorry about the fan, but it's just too hot. Right, so let's get our other daisies ready. Excuse me a second, I'm sorry. But my nose was running. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to, you can see that, can't you? Just cut the ends off. And then do the same at the other side. And I'm going to pop how do I want it in the middle? So this one I'm just going to put more to this side, but not all the way up against the edge. Do the same here. And I'm just going to let that thicken up a bit because I want this one. Let's see if it'll just sit there now. I'm just a bit frightened it's going to sink down. I don't want it to. Which, they're both going to be about the same level. I don't want that. Slightly different, but it's very similar height. Right, now I just want to fill the silicone mould all the way to the top of the liner. So I'm not going to need all of this soap because obviously we've got the embeds in, and the embeds have taken up a lot of space. And about 3/4 of a teaspoonful, because obviously there's not as much soap in there, and then less of the fragrance. Hopefully I've made enough. not quite as high as I want it to be, but it'll do. What a gorgeous smell. I mean, it's definitely floral. I don't know, you know, I'm not that keen on florals usually, but I think lately I've just been really liking them. Just tidy that up a little bit there. So now it's time to pop our beautiful daisies on there. We've got loads of them, and I've also done these for the in-between bits, but I don't know if we'll need them. Can always use them for something else. See how they've like curled a little bit? I think that'll create a nice effect. I'm just gonna move that one over to this side and that one, only because they're curved quite a lot. I think the colours are lovely. Right, so while I'm doing this job, I've got a little bit of information for you. Firstly, I wanted to do a shout out to one of my fairly new viewers, Vivian Moran. I hope I pronounced it properly. And her twins, Vivian said that when she was pregnant, she used to watch my videos all the time, so she's convinced that the kids know my voice. And I can't remember how old she said they were, maybe 6 months. So I said I'll do a shout out to them. So Penelope, hello Penelope, and Quentin, hello Quentin, hi, it's Karen from Eat Secret. Aye both of you. I hope you're enjoying listening to my videos today. The other person I wanted to give a shout out to, just in case you haven't noticed her, I've never seen a soaper so young and so confident on YouTube. So I wanted to give a shout out to Bellessentials. I'll put a link in the description box below to Belle's channel. Hopefully we can get her some more viewers, but she is unbelievably confident. I'm gobsmacked, and her soaps are really good too. So pop on over there. I mean, there might be other very young soapers with a YouTube channel, just I haven't seen them. So hi Belle, thanks so much for watching Eden Secret. Always grateful to my old viewers and my new viewers. and I have a question from a viewer who lives in Saudi Arabia. The reason I'm asking the question is because I don't actually know the answer. So hopefully she'll be watching this video. If you know anything about shipping to South Africa, ingredients we're talking about, so soap suppliers, fragrance suppliers that maybe have reasonable shipping costs, could you just write it in a comment below? That would be really helpful. If there are any other countries that would like me to do that for them, doesn't matter where you are, just let me know and I'll shout it out in a video, and hopefully we can get some other soap makers or people that are in the know, people in our community, if they want to help others. We can let you know where the best place to buy ingredients is. And that's it for now. Right, shall we put these other daisies on there? I'm not sure, but I mean, I guess they're going to fit. Yeah, they're alright. Fit perfectly in between each soap. It's a little bit tight. I feel like I need some tweezers for this part. If you're a new viewer and you're watching, please let me know which country you're from. I think I should have been a geographist. Is that a word? Probably not. Because I really am interested in seeing where all of you are from. I love looking at Google Maps of things. So let me know where you live. I don't mean your address, I mean just your country, because surprisingly there are a lot of countries and towns, you know, or if you want to mention the town that you live in, I'd love to have a look at that on Google Maps. Is it sad? I can't even remember what we did in geography at school. But it really does interest me. I mean, if you were a geographist, if there's such a word, what would you do? What would your job be? Let me know in the description box below. Did I mention I'm sorry about the fan? Just, it's really sticky at the moment. It's warm as anything outside, but it's also it's been heavy rain as well, so it's really sticky. Right. Definitely a pretty soap, and the leftovers I can use for something else. So let's have a zoom in and see how cute that is. So pretty, isn't it? And it goes perfectly with the fragrance. Don't forget, you can win one of these, a slice of these. All you have to do is comment, like and subscribe. Even if you're an old subscriber, everybody that is subscribed to my channel is entitled to win, and it doesn't matter where you live in the world either, you're also entitled to win. So thanks so much for watching this one, and I'll see you very soon for a much simpler soap. Bye for now. now it's time to cut the soap. Let's see how it looks. It's so pretty though, isn't it? And what are those little daisies inside going to look like? Pretty cute. Pretty cute. It really is pretty. I mean, it's most definitely floral. And I'm just gonna actually, I've cut a bit of the daisies off there. I'll just cut a little slice off the end. And make sure we get full daisies in every slice. Right, that's weird. Okay, so I just need to unscrew this. So I can move it along a little bit further and get the cut exactly where I want it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's only going to give me 12 slices instead of 14, but I just think it looks so much prettier having full daisies, full set of daisies on each slice. It's worked quite well, the daisies inside, hasn't it? I just wish I could have positioned them a little better. It's making huge slices. Huge slices. So I think it was worth all the extra work. That is really nice. I really like it. I love the Buttercup yellow. I think it's beautiful. It looks so pretty with the white daisies. And we'll get the other slice cut and then come back to film them. And there they are, all together. Cut perfectly. Smelling beautiful. I think we'd call this one a success. So as usual everyone, thank you for watching. Let me know where you're all watching from in the comments below. And of course you can win a slice of this soap simply by subscribing, liking and commenting on this video. All subscribers, whether you have just subscribed or been subscribed.